Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you, like always. So every week, we do a weekend update and a weekly update. Today is the weekly update. We're going to go through the entire Ordinals market, get you guys all caught up on what's going on, what is happening around the space. We got some really, really good stuff today. We got so the Ordibot and the mempool sniper. If you don't know what's going on with that, we're going to catch you all up. We're about to hit 45 million inscriptions if we haven't already, which is huge because Ordinals are apparently dead. So to hit 45 million Ordinal inscriptions is pretty crazy. Yesterday we had on Jeffrey from Recursive. We talked about bitmap.game. We're kind of going to go over that, get a quick summary of what we're thinking. And then we got some newcomers with Ghosty and Traverse. We're going to talk about those guys with cross-chain capabilities that we haven't really seen with BRC20s. So we're definitely going to get into that. And then we think we know who's behind Node Monkeys, but we'll talk about that. But stay tuned, guys, and let's get the show started. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy? You're on mute. Mute.
Oh, I ruined my own intro. What's up?
Do it again. Let's do it. No, but
yeah. What's going on, man? What is up?
Chilling, bro. How was your week? How you feeling? What are the emotions like right now in Ordinals?
Yeah, it's there's still some energy in the space. I feel like there's still some liquidity in the space, kind of flowing around. Right. It isn't obviously as exciting as it was 2 weeks ago, but you got plays that are popping up and newer projects that are trying to show utility more, right? So it seems like that is more of the focus. You still have your meme animal tokens that are holding their market caps, but seems like the shift is happening a little bit with utility stuff.
Yeah, and like with the slowdown, I definitely saw this coming. You can't go up in a straight line. You need a bit of a pullback. And you need a bit of a cool down, especially the mempool. It was like lava. It was so hot you couldn't touch it with anything without it melting to pieces. You couldn't put a transaction through. I mean, at one point I had 4 to 5 transactions stuck to the point I hit high up from the base community. I was like, "Yo, is there anything I can do?" And he just texted me back, "RIP," and he was like, "Nah, nothing you can do but wait." And that was before the mempool introduced this new thing. And I feel like it's not on one of the list things to talk about, but there's an accelerator tool now with mempool.space, and it's something that I needed when everything was super hot. So
yeah, and you mentioned this on our previous recording that you do have to sign up for it. I believe your email address, because it is in, I don't know, maybe a beta mode or something. But yeah, I think that's going to be a good option. I can't imagine how crazy that tool is going to be used when there's so much money flowing in this ecosystem, because if it gets crazy like DeFi 2021, 2020, the fees can get really crazy and people are trying to push them through. They're going to up their fee up a lot too. So 100%. Really could just get crazy with that, but I'm glad there's an option.
Yeah, I mean, especially stuff like you put something at 30, right, and you go to bed, and then you wake up and the mempool's at 130, and you're like, "Oh, great," It's like I wish I can put it at 130, and just get it through and pay the extra $4, So I do like that option, but if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna put something through and then it jumps up 10, and you're just gonna keep doing it so you get it on the next block, then it's kind of gaming the system a little bit. But I mean, it's your money. That's it's a free blockchain. You can do whatever you want. So.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, like, honestly, I just try to step away, go watch TV, and let the night pass over, and then hopefully the next morning my stuff will have gone through.
Yeah, man. We get into our first topic.
Let's do it. Do it.
All right. So this week we had the Orbots, right? This was highly sought after. It was a free mint. Jeroen was talking about it, right? Is that his name, Jeroen? Jeroen, shout out to Jeroen. Go follow him if you're not. He always has the best updates on X, and he was talking about it, and that's where I first saw it, and I got excited for it. I did not get a whitelist. I got one off the secondary Magic Eden, but if you did get a whitelist, there was something happening with the mempool sniper, right?
Yeah, so I did hear about that. I felt weird about Orbots. It kind of just popped up on my radar out of nowhere, and then it was a curse collection, right?
Yep.
So I, whenever I saw it, it's like the hype has been okay. Let's get a 10K curse collection in before they stop allowing cursed inscriptions, right?
Jubilee. Yeah.
And so then but then I started looking at some of these other prices of like cursed punks and stuff, and I was like, look, I could just snag like 2 or 3 cursed punks right now, and for the price of one Ordi bot. And I was like, I'm just not gonna get sucked into that hype. Now, look, I mean, I've gotten sucked into a lot of hype before, so it's not like I'm immune to that. I just didn't. I just felt like this was a little off, but I'm not so sure about like the mempool sniping. Obviously, it's like the Mev bot
Yeah.
situation, right? And I joked around a little bit, and I was like, "Please, God, don't let it be Jared from Subway. Let's name him Jake from State Farm or Liz knows because like the sandwich kind of representation of getting it front and back or whatever." But
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about this? Is it good or bad? Because like people hate Jared from Subway.
Well, I think it's good in a way that it ups Magic Eden's security. It kind of takes them to the next level, and I'm glad it happened now
Yeah,
and not with something so sought after like the node monkeys, right?
yeah,
So to me, this is a good thing. It's I think we're still in training day. We're still early enough for these mistakes to be okay. If we get to this time next year and we're still making these type of, well, I guess if these because it's definitely an infrastructure problem, right? If these type of infrastructure problems are still there, then we have issues because these new guys coming in from these different chains, we don't want them to see the pain that we've already felt, so we
yeah,
want them to have good experiences and then buy our bags, right? So
yeah,
but no, it like enjoy ordinals, enjoy everything that we love about it and all that on a serious note. But in reality, like, so what was happening was you with your whitelist went on, you minute your Ordibot, you sent the transaction fee and everything, and it goes to the mempool. Somebody was front running your inscription, changing the address of where the ordinal was going, and smacking that fee up so high that it just got pushed through. You're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and then your ordinal never comes. Meanwhile, the sniper has already sold it on the secondary.
yeah, yeah. So do you just lose out on the fees, or was it a free mint?
It was a free mint.
Okay, so you
That's why
basically
it's so easy.
gotcha.
If
Okay.
it's not a free mint, 50, $100, then it's still, they're still gonna do it,
Yeah.
but now they're spending real money and
Well,
stuff
just
like that.
imagine the
So
people that would have lost out though, because then you lose out on the money.
well, you might have been refunded
Yeah, probably you just lose out on the
because
fee.
it'll look like a double spend, and
Yeah.
that money will actually go back into your wallet because that
Okay, so then you
transaction was
just
technically
but you do
canceled.
lose on the fee, right? I
You
think.
still have to pay the fee, and if you jumped it up, you could lose eight the bucks. But the bigger thing is a free mint, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so you're expecting this, and they were going for as high as $500, and I bought the top. So, I bought the
Yeah.
top at zero at point zero zero 0012. I think now it's like, or no, 012, yeah, something like that. And then it's now like half the price. So I bought another one. So I don't frown, I average down, right? So
That's your saying. Don't frown, average down. But my like final take on this is that on the Ethereum side, it got to a point to where like they had to upgrade the chain and stuff, and it was they were able to mitigate a lot of it, but eventually it got to a point to where like the person that developed the Mev bot Jared from Subway, that bot was so good that like no one else was replicating that, right? Because like
yeah,
it took a lot to build that bot. And that to me, I'm like, okay, like you get to that point and there's literally only one guy botting, then I'm that's probably the natural evolution to where Bitcoin's gonna eventually go. Like there'll be like developers working on Bitcoin to mitigate as much as they can,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, like you only can do so much if there's like this like freaking genius that can build like a bot and not many other people can do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, it's what happens on Ethereum. Exactly what you said. Like, so it's just something we're gonna have to deal with. But if we can kind of get these problems fixed now, I think we'll have ordinals will be very very, very well advanced in the future. So I'm
Yeah.
glad it's happening now.
Yeah, and you don't see it happen really on the well, I haven't heard of it as bad like on the NFT side of Ethereum. It just happens a lot on the token trading because it's like so frequently that
Yeah.
like that MEV bot is able to make money because of the number of transactions and you know just even though like each transaction has a minimal profit because of how many times he's able to make like millions of dollars over the meme season month. Remember?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think he made like $4 million profit or something crazy.
I mean, I was sandwiched by him, but like at the same time, it's like it didn't affect anything that I was doing, right? I
Yeah.
still got the tokens I wanted. I paid the price that I wanted. Is
Well,
just he
no,
just
you probably paid a little bit higher.
a little bit higher, but not really enough to notice,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
it wasn't enough to like
And then he
piss you off. Yeah,
exactly. Then Jared from Subway made his money, you know. So it's just like one of those things, you know. So it
it's
is
the
what it is.
price
It's
to pay if you're gonna do DeFi tokens, in my
we're
opinion. Like,
and this is what happens when you're so early, right? This is, you know, there's so many benefits that that we overlook, but there's also going to be negatives as well. And you know, in life, you have to live with the positives and live with the negatives, and that's how you kind of get through everything. So
100%, man, 100%. So I think we'll be okay. You
yeah,
know, this mempool sniper has been, you know, he's probably been trying to do this for a couple months or whatever,
he
and
probably has been doing it. It's just
yeah,
not to this
level.
caliber. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And then so Magic Eden actually came out and said they're gonna start changing things up. And the problem was, so something they're gonna change where the where you pay the fee at.
Yeah.
Either you pay it towards the end or the middle. I'm not really 100% sure. I gotta dig a
So he
little bit
can't
more into
guess
that.
it every time.
Exactly.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
So,
Awesome, awesome.
so the next one, this one right here is
Yes,
really awesome.
that's big news, man.
And
Big
then
news.
so
I mean, we already knew that Yuga was involved with Ordinals with
yeah,
12-fold, but you know, they haven't lost interest. In fact, they've re-engaged with the Ordinal community. I think maybe did Frog Toshi send Gordon a frog or did he buy one? I think something happened. I saw on Twitter
yeah,
today that you know Frog Toshi said welcome to Ordinals or something, and then there was a frog under there. So maybe he bought one, man.
that would be awesome.
I'm digging that like the founder of Yuga Labs is appreciating it,
Yeah,
right? So it says actually, so I'll share my screen. It says, "Welcome at Gordon Goner to Bitcoin Ordinals. Always loved your vibes, so I had to get you one." Okay, so Frog Toshi sent this frog to Gordon.
that's
I
awesome.
like this little look at this chain, got the
Yeah,
money chain
yeah,
there.
yeah. That's
So
awesome. So Gordon Garner, Yuga Labs co-founder, loves Taproot Wizards and Ordinals and showers, apparently. So what happened was he put out a video yesterday of himself talking about Ordinals. It was really quick, and then he gets in the shower, he turns the water on, and he says, like, you know, whatever. And then it's just over. And I was like, oh, what was that? Who the hell was that guy? And then everyone's like, oh, Gordon Garner. And I was like, oh, the Yuga Labs co-founder. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's I mean, that's cool. And then, you know, we talked about this with I think
Sam Sage.
Sam
Yeah.
Sage, you know, about you know, Frank D God said was talking about Bitcoin's ecosystem 2 days
Yeah.
ago. So I think they're just really trying to prepare like their communities. Hey, look, we're probably gonna do something again with ordinals, you know. Um it is what it is. Like those are big guys.
Yeah.
I feel like ordinals and BRC20s and this whole space has really put a stamp on the DeFi space because initially it was like, what is this going to be like a temporary wave? Is this good? You know,
Yeah.
those ordinal guys, they're gonna, you know, Bitcoin won't stand for it and all this stuff. No, actually, there's a second wave. It's even more energy
Yep.
and it's starting to spread to other chains.
Yep. And it's like to him, he's sitting there, you know, with his board of directors, and they're, you know, that's to say they're talking, right? And he's saying, okay, this is a real deal now. Like, this is something we have to start looking into. It'll be total, like, like negligence, right? If
Negligence, yep.
negligence, if they didn't like even like look into it, right? So it would be, you know, it would be like detrimental to his community if he wasn't over here at least exploring.
Yeah.
So
And I think they have. I mean, they have been. They've talked about like, hey, you know,
yeah,
we're interested in ordinals. We're just trying to figure out what we can do, and they probably have been working on it. And I bet you, if they end up dropping something, it's going to be like besides 12-fold. 12-fold was an
yeah,
experiment, But like, I feel like if they drop like a collection, it's probably gonna be fire. As much as people hate Yuga, I
Yep.
get it. Like the grassroots people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny like the exposure and the brandability that they have.
What happens if they start buying up bitmaps? You know, because they
Then me happy because me got some bitmaps.
no, but like,
Me
you know, they
happy
have
price bitmap go up.
no, well, that too. But like, say if you know they come in here and they see the adoption of Bitmap's getting, they see the holder count on Bitmap, they see it's already built community, and because that's my biggest thing is like, why build a community when one, you already have one on Ethereum, and two, you can adopt the Bitmap community, might push them the two together. But the only thing you in reality you have to do is buy up this inscription of the block that it says it is, right? So it could be insane if Yuga Labs comes in and says we're going to adopt bitmaps into our ecosystem, so at some type of how, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? So that could
yeah,
be insane.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy because it really is like such a good setup. The problem is that like the bitmap community, in my opinion, is very man. It's crazy. It's like very niche and very. I hate to keep using this buzzword, but grassroots. You know,
Yeah,
I hate to keep using that buzzword phrase, but it's true. I mean, it is a grassroots community that is big though. So
yeah,
you're talking 25,000 people right now that can easily grow to 50,000, which
yep,
would be, unprecedented for like a holder count for a metaverse type of,
yeah,
asset. So you're talking about, and let's keep going here. It could get to 75,000 if you look at the total
yeah,
supply,
yeah,
right? So the upside to Bitmap's community that a big project could come in and try to capture is like, I feel like there's so much upside there.
yeah.
But you can't come in with the corporate mindset. You just can't do it. What was that one company that came
Uh,
in?
Alamoka,
Yeah, Animoca.
Animoka, yeah,
Animoca. I felt like the guy had the right idea of coming over here,
yep,
but you can't bring over the big VC mentality
yeah,
or the big money mentality. You have to come over and be like, "Hey guys, I want you guys to be free to
yep,
do what build inside the world that we build for
yep,
you. You know, like you guys have the tools. We're gonna build the tools, but you guys, build with the tools."
yep.
Instead, they're like, "Go, this is what we're gonna, we're gonna come up with this plan and do this." No, you gotta bitmap. You won't win that. You won't win the
No,
community over. I mean, you
you
can
have to.
even see it within here. Like
Yeah,
whenever like the whole Nat token,
I
dude, they
know.
pew pew pew, it gets shot down left or right, right?
No, 100%. And you have to know your surroundings, right? You can't come to a new neighborhood and not know like what's going on. You have to kind of like be on the outskirts first and pay attention. And if like when Animoca came here, they weren't paying attention. They said we're gonna build this thing on Ordinals, and all the Ordinal guys were like, "Huh, get out of here, dude!" Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
right away too, man.
exactly, you know. So if you're not gonna adapt to how we do things here, then we're just not going to. We're not going to be users in whatever you build. So hopefully, Gordon Garner kind of sees the mistake that Animoca has seen and will kind of just say, "Hey, we like what you guys are doing. Look what we're doing. Is there any way we can mesh the two?" And
Yeah,
what that's going to do is that's going to make everyone bullish on not just bitmaps but on Yuga Labs as well.
yeah. Well, and also I think it's unfair for us to already write Animoca off because
I
like
wrote
they
them
have.
off.
Did you? Like
Yeah,
the reason why I say that is because like I feel like I haven't seen their like all out plan yet. But I think like from the approach that so far that I've heard, I'm not. I don't think it's gonna work because, like I
yeah,
said, the bitmap community, like I've been, I went through the 2020 DeFi
yeah,
craze and all that stuff, went hop to different chains. But the bitmap community, shout out to the bitmap community right now because
yep,
like this community to me is one of the most passionate,
yep,
creative,
yep,
uh like it's just they just have that passion in their in their soul. You can feel it like
yeah,
whenever they respond on stuff, they love like energy with bitmap and ideas and stuff.
yep,
But when something doesn't hit right with them, that same energy
yep,
will be thrown at you in the way of like, hey, this this ain't
Yep.
gonna work. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You really have two options if you're Yuga Labs or Animoca. You can either bring your guys to Ordinals, right? Completely fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's not my cup of tea, but maybe it's someone else's. Or you can adopt the communities that are already here into your project, right?
Yeah.
So, Animoca chose one way, and hopefully Yuga Labs chooses the other. And we're not saying, hey, buy our bags. We're just saying, hey,
Build
just
something great, but you can bring your community over.
exactly. You just have to play by our rules. And our rules is that these inscriptions that we call bitmaps are the way of the law here. If you want metaverse, it has to be centralized. If you want metaverse, it needs to be bitmaps.
Yep. I agree, man.
So
I agree. All right, let's see the next one here. We just touched on this really lightly,
yeah,
but 45 million inscriptions, just another you know, kind of rites of
milestone.
passage. Yeah, milestone. It's just continually just growing. Uh, this might not be a popular take with like a lot of the OGs and the art guys. Which, first of all, I appreciate all you OGs and art guys. This whole Ordinals environment ecosystem. Everybody has
Yeah,
their place and everybody has a strong place, but you got to appreciate. And I don't love saying this, but the degens in terms of the BRC20s, because
yeah.
90% of those are, let's be realistic, but 75% of those inscriptions are what, like, tokens, right?
I would go closer to 80, 90, honestly.
Yeah. So liquidity flows from those degens, and then that gives them opportunity to buy these art pieces and these ordinal collections. So
Yeah,
there has to be a mutual appreciation there, and I think it's gonna come. I think it's starting to happen. They're not dumb. These guys are brilliant,
yeah,
actually. Casey
yeah,
and his crew, and they're smartest people to be able to develop this, and so they know that
yeah.
that's what brings the money over. But yeah,
And
so go ahead.
no, go
I was going
finish.
to say congratulations to the Ordinal community for reaching 45, mostly the DGen
Yeah.
community, but
But like, so if we haven't passed it, we're near Ordinal's birthday, right? The day that Casey inscribed Ordinal 0, right?
yep,
So
yep,
if you would have went 1 year, 365 days from let's just say it's whenever, and then told Casey, hey, in a year from now you're gonna have 45 million inscriptions, he would probably be like, get the hell out of here. No chance.
yeah,
And for us to be here so early, and I mean, we have built communities on top of communities on top of communities for these inscriptions, right? These JSON inscriptions, these HTML inscriptions. Like, it's absolutely mind blowing and it's amazing. And I think if you were a part of these last 11 months, 12 months, you should be proud of yourself because you guys are the are here to win it, man. Like, you guys are the what's that called when you're the first? Like
um, but what do you mean, the
like
pioneers?
pioneers, exactly. Where you guys are the pioneers. You guys are really built the road that all these trucks are gonna be driving on soon. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And if you hung around too, and people have like personal stuff, so
yeah,
I'm not gonna try to call anybody out or anything like that. So, but like if you hung out the whole time and you're still here, congrats, because you probably benefited from that. And then
yeah,
there's a lot of upside, in my opinion, left.
100%.
Okay, so we hit on this
Yeah,
bitmap.game. So this was from Recursive Verse. It
yep,
is the two-dimensional world. We touched on it with Jeffrey in our most recent recording. Go view that if you haven't seen it. But like, this platform really is the most, in my opinion, the most active being used in the bitmap world.
yeah,
We showcase that you can add your uh, listings to your bitmap, invite your friends over, they can check them out, you can bargain, sell, buy
yeah.
on those bitmaps. What do you think about this new world coming up? I mean, in terms of, okay, we talked about Yuga just now and Animoca and all this stuff, right?
Yeah,
But Jeffrey was talking about, like, hey, look, those things are really cool, but like when it comes to Bitcoin layer one, we want it to be as practical as possible. We want people to use it as much
yeah.
as possible. That's why we went with two-dimensional. Do you agree with that? And if you do, like, does that mean that this is going to be like the front runner, or what are your honest feelings about that?
So I think this is, like Nintendo before PlayStation, right? So yeah, it's where we're at. It's where we have to be at in order to get to the next level, right? So today it's 2D, tomorrow it's 3D. You know, the following day it's 4K. So potentially, with everything that happens, it's just stepping stones, and like
Yeah,
nothing's gonna happen too fast. And if it comes too fast, it's
not great.
gonna die that fast. So if we can take the steps forward with this 2D stuff, and it needs adoption first off, right? So in order to get to the 3D place, and I you can see it in Jeffrey already, like that's where, to me, that's where he wants to go with it. He wants to, be a metaverse. Like, imagine doing everything that we're doing in 2D and 3D. And they just need funding, right? They need more devs, and I feel like they can push that type of thing through. But we need to be pioneers with this as well, and start using this and start listing our stuff there and start visiting it and get more eyes on it. Yo, let's do spaces in there, and let's just push it, because it's the only thing right now that we can do with bitmaps, right? And it's pretty awesome. I gotta say, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I don't think it's about money though, because I think that I think Recursive Verse has really strong connections with that.
Yeah,
I think it is a process thing, like you mentioned in the beginning, to where he's servicing what is available now, right?
yeah,
Because that is pretty much the extension of what he can do with the limitations, right? They're adding features in terms of graphics and stuff like that. But we know that like he's working on a layer 2 solution, and he mentioned that okay, those 3D cool graphics and stuff like that, that's something that can happen on layer 2. So
yeah,
then layer 2 happens, it services like you're still utilizing layer 1 Bitcoin
yeah,
assets in the layer 2. Hey, we got an awesome situation there, in my opinion.
yep. That would be cool too if there was like a portal you entered on the
Dimension
2D, and
2,
then
dude. Yeah, you're like,
right into
oh,
3D.
yeah,
And it's
that'd be
like
pretty
it's like
cool.
the bridge to the dude, there's so many possibilities with this. I'm excited. I think Jeffrey is one of the main builders in here. And if you guys aren't excited for him, and then you guys are not seeing the future. So
Yeah. I saw something with I'm So Chris. I want to give him a shout
yeah,
out.
yeah.
It looked like he uh, developed something to where you can create your PFP as a three-dimensional character. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. This is he actually hit me up to come on the show, and he'll probably be on around this weekend for this
Yeah.
exact thing.
So let me show my screen because I do want to give some love to some other great builders in the bitmap space, and I'm So Chris is definitely one of them with Bitmap Valley. So that high utility ordinal I'm So Chris champions become your ordinal, a pixel art PFP, and one 3D avatar is just the tip of the iceberg. Secure yours today. So I don't know if it's just this collection, but it might be. Yeah. So I'm So champion. So
Okay.
I think it's from those, but like, hey, look, if he can do it like that, then
Yep.
maybe he can start offering, uh, customizable stuff because I think that's really what will kind of bring some of these other players in is like
Yeah.
getting them to use it. Getting like I want to use bitmap.game because I created my own. Not too easy, but like I use Photoshop. I know how to use Photoshop. So I was able to
Yeah.
create my own avatar, right? And I created multiple and I was like, man, this is fun. Now I can like I have like three characters I can just choose from, right? I feel like I'm on like Street Fighter. I could select another character for the
Mhm.
next round. So that's what's gonna make people use it more, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree.
All right, we got two more left, and then we're gonna hit up the updates here. I'll hit this next one, and then you can
Yep.
start. You'll finish this off with the last one. I'll start off with this one. BRC20 tokens with cross chain utility, the new meta, Ghosty and Traverse. So this is something that I don't know if it's gonna, continue down this train, but it's starting to be a little bit interesting because it was really hard to give a BRC20 utility, right? In terms of projects
Yeah.
before, just because they were trying to figure out how can we roll this BRC20 into a protocol that can be turned into an application that can be used on layer one Bitcoin.
Yep.
And then it's just really hard. And so Track was one of the ones that was able to create a utility, but it's basically governance. So that's the
Yep.
easiest utility you could give any token or asset. But then they started building in general, so that helped the token, right?
Yeah.
Then you have like some of these other that talked about bridges. They didn't really show anything. Now with this new recent upfront, people start showing applications, and hey, people are using them, and we're like, what's
Yep.
going on here? The first one was Ghosty, but they were very clever in terms of providing an application that solved a pain point for the BRC20 space, but it wasn't necessarily just the BRC20 space. You're trading, so BRC20s
Yep.
for EVM tokens and stuff like that. Traverse now is following this trend and saying, hey guys, if you want to lock up your tokens and have them secure or stake or whatever, we have that product here. What's going to be the next one? These two have starting to get like some attention and
Yep.
market cap. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is going to be a new meta that stays, or is it going to be quick, kind of like, it's not going to hang around too long?
I think it'll be here to stay only because they were fair launch mints, right? That is key to ordinals. Again, if you're gonna come here, don't come here with your Ethereum bull. You know what I
IDO,
mean?
IPO, all that crap. Yeah.
Come here and use the ways of the land. Do as we do. If you're gonna come in and adopt the way we do things here, which is fair and free, then you're gonna be okay here. I'm not really sure about these in the long run, but as projects, but as the way of starting, they started the right way.
Yeah, I agree. The verdict's a little bit out with Traverse because I want to see more product. They said
Demos and
they
stuff.
did tell me go the product is live right now, but they're going to do a demo for the whole ordinal space and
Yeah.
put it on their Twitter tomorrow, I believe. And then Ghosty, like people have been using it, right?
Yeah.
So that actually is solving a problem, and their total value used continues to go up.
Yep.
So that one could be a really good one, right? Not financial advice, but that's something. I'm in both of these, by the way,
Yeah.
for clarity. But like, I'm just more curious of is this going to start a trend? Because, popping up applications and people using them is not something that we're used to over here. You know what I mean? That's associated with the BRC20 project.
Yeah. For sure.
So
And yeah, just like who knows what happens, but to me, it's all about how you start and how you finish. And right now, they started well. See how they finish. So
exactly. All right. So you got your little secret.
yep.
Bam.
Is BitGod21 the founder of OXBT, the co-founder of Redacted, involved in Node Monkey's project? I think he is, because let me just explain why. So everything the Node Monkeys have done with this whole, it looks very redacted, very, very redacted. It does. It's like everything. It's just like the responses they give, and like everything just seems so similar to how it was. And like I was getting deja vu by reading some of these Node Monkeys posts, and I was like, this has to be BitGod. It has to be every single thing. And I went back and I looked at some of the early redacted stuff. Dude, it's identical. It's how they do things. It's like the date will be here, the time will be here, and it's just like blocked out so you can't see it. It's the same thing. And it's just like short responses. And I don't know, man. It's so like deja vu to me.
Yeah, I mean, like I want to be the counter arguing point to that, but I feel like it's hard to, because I mean, like you're right. There is so many similarities to where it's like he's like teasing the entire space, right? Is
Again,
basically what's happening.
again.
Yeah. So obviously we don't know. But I'm gonna take the other side here for just
Yeah.
argument's sake. Um, you know, he hasn't associated himself with it directly,
No, he
which
has not.
he has with OXBT, and he has with Redacted, and he had
Yeah.
with Quadrillion.
Yeah.
So that makes me think, okay, maybe he's not, because like why would he just sit out that part of the marketing, right?
Can I answer
But
that?
hold on, I'm gonna let you, because I already know you already have pre-prepared rebuttals to anything that I any points that I have here. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, um, you know, I feel like if he got into Node Monkeys, like if he was like involved with it, um, and VC money supposedly offered them like $5 to $7 million, then did he start with the project? And if he did, then that's weird because I feel like he definitely would have put his name on it early. If he didn't, then how much did he have to buy, his portion into it? Because that's a lot. That could be a big chunk of change too, even with his name and branding, which he's not using towards
Yeah.
it. So there's a lot of things here. So like, would he be willing to put up like $1 million to have like 50% stake in it or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are my two arguments. Is like, why isn't he putting his name to it? And then would he actually put up the big money to have stake in it?
So my arguments to that is I do not think that he's the founder. I do not think Big God is the founder at all, right? So, but I do think that he is somehow maybe an advisor, maybe maybe has good friends with the people in this project, is maybe the social media manager because he is the king of ordinal social
He's a
media.
wizard. Yeah, he's a wizard at social
So
media.
so am I saying that he bought the project? No. Am I saying that he started the project? No. Am I saying that he is one of the top guys in the project? No. I'm just saying it's some way, somehow, BitGod is running their social media account. And that's just what I think.
You
So,
think he's behind the mask, huh?
dude, it's
He-
like it's really similar to even the way that he types and the way that it's like I went back, dude, and I did some like investigating journalism. That dude, go look at his tweets and Node Monkey's tweets. They're very similar, very similar.
Investigative journalism. You should show up at his house with a mic and knock on his
I
door and be
will.
like, Big God, here's your node monkeys. Here's your node monkeys." No, yeah. Hey, I would not be shocked in any bit at all
Yeah,
if it came out that he was had some sort of affiliation with it. At the end of the day, like he's definitely talented as a marketer
yeah.
in terms of like NFT markets and crypto in general, right? I want a node monkey. I don't know why, but I
I want
want a node
multiple.
monkey,
I
right?
want multiple. Yeah,
And well, I know why. It's because of the early inscription numbers, really,
exactly.
and they're different. They're different. They're like not.
Yeah,
You can't even tell what some of them are, but like you
I
just
know.
want one because it's
They're
like they're
grails.
like transformers mixed with
Yeah,
Legos and then like monkeys, and so you're
yep,
kind of like, but
yeah.
node monkeys. If you're hearing us, I would love a custom node monkey. Send nodes. Send nodes.
I don't want one for me. I want to buy mine off the floor. I don't even want a minute for free. I want to go spend my money off some paper handed guy, and I'm gonna buy them off secondary. Like I don't even want a mint for free. I want to buy them off secondary and keep them forever.
I
So
want to pay more.
no, I do. Like I don't want to be like I don't want a minute. Like I don't want to deal with that
Yeah.
situation. I want to buy mine off the floor of a paper handed guy who just wants to make a quick $150. I've made a bunch of money in ordinals. I'm okay with giving that person my money
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
his node
And
money. But
imagine like that's your best chance of getting a little bit more rare ones for cheaper too.
exactly.
Is the
Exactly.
beginning like so that's what I'm waiting for. Like as soon as I hear that Node Monkeys drop, I'm
Yeah.
running over to Magic Eden,
Yep.
and I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna look at the price. I'm gonna say, okay, all right, this is how many I already have in my head how many I want to
Yeah.
get right off
Yep.
the bat.
I
So
already have the price that I want to spend. So if it's lower than my price point, I'm all in.
yeah.
So I'm not telling you guys because I only got snipey, but but yeah. So to your question earlier is why he's not putting his name on it. I mean, I'm huge fans of BitGod, huge fan of him, but everything he's touched gone to shit. Like OXPT, this new project isn't doing
Oh,
too well.
OXPT's at a $4 million market cap.
It's it's garbage. I wouldn't touch
Yeah,
it with your money. But
yeah. I think it's definitely burnt a lot of people
too many
because there was
people.
there was a lot
Too many
of there
bad
was a
taste.
lot there's a lot of holders still. Let me see real quick. If I look at the holder count, well, actually, it's on the OXP OKX as well.
Yeah, I think it's like what 11, 12,000, right? Last time I checked.
No way, it has to be more than that.
You think so?
It was at 18,000 at one point.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay.
Let me see. Maybe it's at like 16,000. 15,420
Okay.
holders. So, you know, what happened with OXBT is I think that token got to like 30 something cents, 40 something cents, didn't it? It got higher
Yeah,
maybe too.
got about 35, 40 cents. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, and there's 200 million in supply. So, what a lot of people made a lot of money off of
Yeah.
OXBT, but a lot of people bought into the hype at the top,
Yep. Yeah.
right? And
Yep.
I think that's what happened is that the people that got burnt on OXBT, it's just like, man, it's the same story every time,
Yeah.
right? Like it doesn't matter whenever you get into a hype token and you're not in a full-on bull market
Yep.
or like you don't have sustainability
Yep.
because you have to be in a full-on bull market to have sustainability in DeFi. You
Yep.
just have to, right?
I
Like
agree.
for an extended period of time,
Yeah.
right? And so what happens is the liquidity dries up, brother. And so
Yep.
then at that point, you know, you start to go down. It always happens the same way. It
Yep.
just goes down a little bit, picks back up. You're like, oh, I'm okay. And it goes down a little bit more, picks back up. Oh, okay, it's gonna come back. Then it goes down more, and
Yep.
then eventually, what happens is like these bag holders start selling before it crashes too hard,
Yep.
and the people that got in at the top, they're
Yep.
holding the heaviest bags at the bottom, right?
Yep.
So
Exactly.
you're talking about a what you're talking about a how big was the market cap at one point at 30
I don't
cents
even know.
we said let's just say 30
Yeah.
cents. I think you
Okay.
even went higher than that.
I would go 35. I definitely saw it higher than 30.
Okay, so $70 million market cap. Okay,
Yeah.
and today it's 4.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a 60, was that 66 divided by 70? That's a 94% decrease in market cap.
That's
Right. So
insane. Yeah.
that is definitely going to burn a ton of people. But hey, I don't know what's the lowest it got to. Did it probably got to like a $2 million market cap or 1
Yeah.
million maybe. And if it got that low and you bought in at 1 million, I feel like you're pretty safe like from here on
Yeah.
out, in my
I
opinion.
just there's just no reason to hold it. Like what reason do you have to hold it? Like
Well,
for
the
number to
bull
go up?
market, because like like I think during the bull market it will go up. You have 15,000 holders. It's at $4 million market cap right now. If we're in a full on bull market,
Yeah.
this token can easily get to 30 million, even if there's no interest there.
Yeah.
You're talking about like rats at like 200 million at this point, or you
I'd
know,
rather have rats than OXPT.
I know that,
At
but
least I
like
know what rats is.
yeah, but my point is that like it's not going to do what like all these
Yeah.
other upside opportunities have, but like hey, it's not like being completely fleshed out is my point. You know what I
It
mean?
should be. It should be. It's a trash can. But
Okay, so that was our last one. Great conversation today though.
it was fun.
Let's
Definitely fun.
yep. Let's jump into the markets.
Yes,
I'll start with
sir.
the BRC20 weekly update. Using OKX again. Sorry, Unisat, but this is just an easier setup. Oh my goodness, PIN. So I actually saw something today. Block posted something about PIN, and they had like an office, like a corporate office in China, bro. Like I don't know, it's crazy. They're number one. They're number one in total volume, $1.6 million, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to
That is
start looking
wild,
at them
man.
a little bit more. Yeah. So they're in the lead with 70, almost 80% change and increase. Sats is number 2, no surprise there. The
Yeah.
volume was 1.1 million past 24 hours, decrease of 3%. Rats coming
Yep.
back in the top 3. The Rat King is here in the house. It is down 9.36%, almost $500,000 in total volume,
Yeah.
462,000. MMSS. I really love that they're sustaining this because, like, you know, I was a little bit worried for a bit.
Yeah.
The holder count actually jumped back up too because it was going down some. It's back. Well, it's down between 24 hours, but like a couple days ago, I felt like we were getting close to like 6,000. So
Yeah,
it
I
did
agree.
jump back up, and now recently it just down 1%. But 183,000 in total volume, down 4.67%, but number 4 in volume. RDEX, this is obviously it's a utility token from China. It's up 86.71%. Traverse, number 6, even in China. So it's did 121,000 in total volume, up 750%. Is that the winner of the day? Ding, ding, ding. Traverse is number 1. Shout out to Rocket Dog. Man,
Yes.
Rocket, this was
Shout out Rocket.
just a golden call. So wish we had a golden bell. I'd ring it right now for Rocket, because like this man, he's definitely one of those community members, part of the Ordinal Revolution community that we just
100%.
he deserves the shout out. He's dedicated to the community. He's in our Discord. Join our Discord, because they're starting to have some hot alpha going there. Holder count. This is something I'm looking for with Traverse here. It's pretty low, but it's jumped up 77, almost 78% here. We want to see this get to 1,000 as quick as possible. This is a pretty large supply token, 100 billion, but hey, it's starting to trend up that way. Traverse is actually has a utility from what they have shown. They're going to do some demos. That's the difference, in my opinion. Look, if there's a large holder account, doesn't always mean good. Look at Bear. I thought Bear was going to be great because it had 6,000 holders. It's not looking so great right now. But you can have small holder account if you have a utility behind it, right? And so that's what Traverse looks like it's doing. Roll up is about roll ups. Roll up, it's up 17%. Did 89 or 90,000 in total volume. TBCI 87,000, up 14%. BTCS 85,000, up 12%. I'm still bullish on BTCS, man. Not crazy bullish, but look at their holder count, 19,000. Community is strong. I could see this token get to a couple dollars. In like a good run up with Bitcoin. Track will probably be at like $10, but this will be at when Track's at $10, this will be at like $3, $3 or $4, in my opinion.
10x.
Yeah. I can't read that, but this token is up. It's in Mandarin or simplified Chinese. It is 85,000, up 0.08%. Bear definitely needed a lift up. You can see their holder count has dropped pretty by 1,000, man. They're down or they're up on the day 16%, 77,000. Track 75,000 in total volume, up 5.5%. See, Track still only has 2,500 or 2,585 holders. So
it's growing every day, though.
It is growing every day. It's getting more popular, mainstream. DRCR up 0.9%.
Do you know what this is? I keep saying it. I don't know what it is. I gotta look into it.
I need to research that. FCDP, man, this one actually, this is crazy. So $431 today. Wow. Yeah, so this is one that Shizzy and I both did some research on. We called it out in our videos, members only video.
Yeah.
Congrats to the people that got in at like $170, I think it was.
Yeah, 180, 170. Yeah.
Yeah. It's up 17%. Did 64,000 in 24-hour volume. RSK, $60,000 in 24-hour volume, up 0.51. Turk down for what is up 12.26%. Did 56K in volume. STST, this is supposed to be a swap on the modular system. Down 0.19%, but did 46K in volume. Ghosty down 4.39%, increasing its holder account. Love to see that. 43,000 in total volume. Let's see, sitting at 13 cents, so pretty cheap. This might be an arbitrage situation here. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, kind of. So this is pretty big, guys. If you're trying to move like your tokens, break this up into smaller bunches. Don't be dummies. Do like 10,000 bundles. Look, who's going to pay 4,100? Someone will, but it's going to take a while. Then you got this smart guy that sits set right behind him, like the white wall or the wall from freaking Game of Thrones, man. All right, so that was Ghosty. We're almost there, guys. Mice is still not fully minted out, guys.
No.
This one's scary. Yeah, 2,400 holders. Did 40,000 in volume, down 0.16%. Fram has volume over here, but it doesn't have volume over on Unisat at all. $38,000 worth of volume. The market cap on this guy is pretty high, actually.
Yeah.
It's crazy high. It's like 100 million or 200 million.
That's crazy.
I know. Yeah, that's the thing. But the volume overall is just not great.
Yeah.
Cows, 37,000 total volume, up to about 11%. .com. This is one that I believe we're gonna have on the show soon.
We're in talks. We're having trouble with time
logistics.
But
gotcha. Total volume 36,000 in 24 hours, up 14%. Dovi total volume 34,000, up 57%. Pretty big winner here. CSAS did 30,000 in total volume, up 8%. And Cats, that is going to round out the top 25, did 30,000 in total volume and down 0.47%. And that is your BRC20 weekly market update.
And I'll take it from here and jump you guys over to the Magic Eden NFT portion of the update. So we'll run through this pretty quickly. If you guys don't know, we use magiceden.io for this. And so you're number one. And I always do the 7-day. That's my personal favorite. Ordinal MaxiBiz sitting at 5.44 Bitcoin. Wow, this thing is a monster. This is a new one. Sub 100K up in the top 3. New for the top 3 here. Sitting at 0.0027. If you want to sub 100K, you just really have to click here, which I think Magic Eden really made it easy for you. And you can come in here and you can, potentially get yourself a terrible looking sub 100K.
Yeah, man, like it's crazy because like I do feel like people will pay for that later down the road, but I just don't want one that's like randomly just thrown in there. Like you can find some that are actually part of collections in there though.
Yeah. Can you really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I want a collection piece that's going to be sub 100K. That's just me though.
Yeah. Is that Node Monkeys? Are they sub 100K?
Oh yeah, they're 88. They start at 88,000 and they go to 111. So they cross over, but
yeah. All right, then we have bitmaps with a huge day today. It was all the way down to 0.0014, all the way up to about 0.0017. We had some big news today. 10.bitmap sold for 2 Bitcoin.
Wow.
So that is incredible. So
that is incredible.
8-bit sitting with 8.bitmap is sitting with potentially 2 Bitcoin.
Is that his?
Yeah, he owns it. It was gifted to him.
Oh my God, that lucky guy, man.
Yep.
Damn.
So if you wanted a 1-digit bitmap, you'd be paying around 6 Bitcoin. Remember, this used to be at 3. Now it's at 6. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If you wanted a 2-digit, if you wanted a 2-digit bitmap, you'd be paying around 0.69. If you wanted a 3-digit bitmap, you'd be paying around 0.0799. Well, that's a lot now. Woof. If you wanted a 4-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.015. If you wanted a 5-digit bitmap, you'll be paying around 0.0021, which is about 25% higher than floor.
Wow.
Jumping back to Magic Eden, the Shids are sitting pretty much back to where they first started here, sitting at 0.00449. The volume is still high.
They started at 0.0002.
Did they? Okay.
Well,
this is where I saw it for the first time around here.
Yeah.
Cursed floor. This is Cursed Ordinals. Kind of like the same thing.
Sub 100K.
Sub 100K, right?
Yeah.
So this is just something similar. The frogs in the 6th spot. You worried about the frogs? The price is up, but the volume is down.
No, I'm not worried about the frogs at all, ever, man. Like every time people like ever doubt them and like energy comes back into the space, they just do their thing. They're the staple. Someone listed them as like the blue chip, which was like a 2nd level, and the legendary ones were up at the top. I would actually put them at the legendary level. They will compete with them in the end.
I agree. And we have Bitcoin Punks sitting in that 7th spot, sitting at 8.48. And then with Orbots. So with everything that's happened, Orbots, I think that is why it's down. It really looks bad but it was nothing that the team did or anything. So I think this is an absolute steal. I have 3 now. So I bought one at 0.012. I bought a second one at 0.005. And I bought a third one at 0.006. So I'm trying to not frown, average down. So now my average is about 0.0075. So that's just how I like to play things. So
aren't they like adding like some sort of integration with them or something?
So they have some utility as it is. So if it's not showing here, let me see if I click on it. So they spin and stuff. They're like completely 3D. And
oh, so like they're like recursively.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, okay. And then how do you see the info?
You gotta click on the actual thing if you're trying to look at one of them.
Click right here, right? What do you buy? Okay. Here it is. Ordinal Collection is an interactive 3D digital art on Bitcoin. Thanks to the integration into AR, it enables users to position their digital companions in real world. So, you know, take what you want from that, but yeah, I'm a fan. So, but you know, I lose money in the space, so don't listen to me. And
Dude,
then
I might pick one of these up now that like they have all these like different. That's cool. I'm messing with it right now.
yeah, he's spinning it, right?
Yeah, I'm spinning it, and then also enabled AR, and you can like
Yeah.
mess with
I'm
change
gonna
the
show you.
color. Yeah, you can change the color of the glasses. It's
Yeah,
like this. They look like marshmallows to me, though.
yeah.
I
I
don't
don't know.
throw,
They
throw
look
it on
pretty
the
cool.
fireplace.
It's
Get
not
some.
your normal, you know, your normal JPEG for sure. You
Yeah,
know, so, I mean, you know, I picked up 3, so that's all I
yeah,
can say about it. I don't want to give anyone financial advice, but to me, this isn't financial at all. It's I want to have this collector's item. Like,
yeah.
I don't not worried about selling it. So in case anything happens later with this, you know, 3D in a metaverse or whatever. So
I'm more bullish on it now, a little bit. I'll say that.
and we got the rare sats. Look at some of my favorites, uncommons. You
170.
want 170, it's not bad. And my other favorite is the black uncommons. About $52. Not bad, not bad. The rares, epics, and legendaries, I feel like I'll never be able to achieve unless I get lucky and one just shows up in my wallet one day.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? Like if you go to
That's
Coinbase
like
and
hitting the lotto, bro.
exactly, that's what I mean. Like it's kind of
Yeah,
like saying I'll never have a yacht one day unless you know I play the Powerball and win. That's
yeah.
the same thing, really. So
True.
you know, these ones have just the floors are just too crazy to really look at. They're so, you know, 0 0 0 0 0 0. So we'll jump back to Magic Eden, Ordinals, ArtNet, right? I'm not really sure what this is. Have you looked into this at all?
I think this is the one that like grabbed like Casey's art,
Okay.
and so what's the floor on it?
003. 003. Yeah, man. You got the D gods back in the top 12, sitting in the 11th spot at 0.47. And then sub 10K sitting at 0.063 in the top 12 there. Let's just look at the 24-hour real quick. Ordy Rocks. This is something from over on Ordzard. It was free mint. You had to pay a little bit, I think. So it wasn't exactly free, but it was a couple, like maybe like 30-40 cents or something. So that's the difference in the cursed. And yeah, so and that is your Magic Eden update. So what we got next?
Nice. Yes. So we're gonna go to the BRC20 update. We're just gonna go through these top 10 over here, though. But the blue box. Let me refresh this with the price. This is the BitMap marketplace, and you can see the blue box here. This is the very first BRC 420 that was deployed. It's at 1456 per blue box. This is huge. So it's back up. I believe the all-time high for these are around this price, right? It's like 1500.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So really looking to see if these can push past that. But I don't know if they can, because like there has to be some really big significant news with like bitmap.game or something with the recursive verse environment, or Bitcoin's going to have to level back up to like 42, 43, and then we'll see the entire space level up eventually. And then that's what's going to push these up. But hey, look, they're back at 1456, and that's a great price there. Bitmap Town, man, like I'm waiting for these to take off, man. So this is the DLC that gives you 611 metaverse assets.
Yep.
You know, I'm down on these. I did buy some of these. I got in at like $50, so I'm down about half my money, but it's okay. I do think that these are going to be utilized. There's 1,454 holders, second highest holder count in the collection. It's just going to be a little bit of time, and when people start using bitmap.game more, I think these will start to fly. Kingdom DLC. This one's new. It's similar. It's a DLC, so you are able to create your bitmap with the assets in this Kingdom DLC. I don't know exactly what they are, but they seem to be like the medieval time stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I'm going to dive into for our next update, and maybe we can talk about that. Then you have Blockamoto Citizen Zero, $245. Not bad for a $13 mint. The dragon. Is this guy fully minted out? Let's see. I'm so dumb. I should have just freaking minted those, man.
The dragons,
Did you? Oh, they're not fully minted out.
They're only halfway, dude. How much are they? $37.
37 to mint.
That's
And
not
then
bad.
where are they selling at though?
They're actually cheaper, right?
No, they're
Oh
60.
no, they're doubled in price. Yeah.
I know. Like, why would you not mint? I don't know, man. Something's going on here. But Meta Rats at $24. Petizen 0 at 45. This is Bakamoto's pet. And then Meta Box is at $22. Pepe 0 at $4.53. This is a 50-cent mint. And we'll go up to Meta B. Batman has jumped up here at $13.22. And then Meta B is at $13.60. So that rounds out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Top 11. So we'll do that. But yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah. So we definitely show ours that we put that you guys can utilize in your game. Our mints are actually jumping up some. Resident Yagobi, 21 holders. Appreciate each and every holder there. So pretty cool. You can see my Ord hat there. And then Mr. Resident Shizzy here, I think is on page 3. Right here.
There he is.
Yep.
Handsome guy right there.
7 holders. 7 holders right there. So we are definitely moving up. Hey guys, I'm gonna do a tutorial video on how to deploy a BRC 420. If you are creative and you want to, deploy one of these assets, you can, utilize it. This is something that Recursive has created for us bitmap holders and just people in the ordinal space. And so Shizzy and I will do a tutorial video one day on it and walk you guys through it. Maybe we can do that next week. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down. Maybe we'll do that instead of doing an interview. We'll just do tutorials.
Exactly, because we're all about educating. But that
100%.
is the BRC 420 update, and I think I'm done.
And I will share my screen for one last time. We'll go over some of the tap tokens here. The number 1 tap token is Gib. If you wanted some Gib, the cheapest one you can get 5,000 for 0.003. Gib is really flying. It
Gib was flying. It's still not bad, but I think the problem is we still need a more, I hate to say it because I really do appreciate what Ordinals wallet has done, but we just need a more focused, I'll say more focused on tap exchange.
I think this is fine for now. This is
for now. Yeah.
But if you want OrdFi sitting at 7 cents, that is definitely up from the last time we checked. Nat Mint's having some problems. So I don't know.
It looks like it's minted fully out, but there's no secondary sales.
No secondary sales yet. I'm curious. Yeah. I think Benny still is working on that.
So. Oh, the indexing for it. Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately. So we won't see anything like that.
I'm a little bullish on OrdFi, man, because it's held that 7 cents, which
it really has.
It's about like 1.5 million market cap.
Yeah.
Gib is at like 1.9. I just calculated it a second ago, and so Gib is still doing okay.
Yeah.
And then what's the bottom right there on base? The bottom price.
1387.
Okay. So base is at 1.387. So those are the top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Like they're all 3 are over $1 million market cap.
100%. And then so that's really it for your tap tokens. I don't want to dig in here because there's one that pops up. We cannot monetize our YouTube channel. So we got flagged on that both times.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, so all right. This is an amazing episode. I do have something to show Yagobi real quick. This is something he doesn't know. So it came in the mail. It's here.
Oh,
it's here.
The man is paying up his debt.
If I say I do something, I will do it. We're gonna do this on New Year's Eve. We're gonna do a live. And then we'll do this. Maybe we'll invite some guests because I probably won't be able to talk. So so I'm a man of my word. $40 freaking for this thing.
That's expensive, man.
I know, but
Yeah. What's the market cap on those?
$400 million. But yes, I want to surprise Yagobi with that. Saved it for the end. I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I effing do it. So
nice, man. That's gonna be fun.
yeah, man. So tune in for that. New Year's Eve, we're gonna pop some bottles. We're gonna celebrate because we had an amazing year. It's not over yet though. We're gonna still freaking go hard. We're gonna kill it this end of the year. This next month is gonna be amazing. So just stick with us, guys. We appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the reason why we do this every day. If we didn't get the views, we'd probably quit by now. But you guys are there for us, and we want to be there for you guys, getting you guys all the news and everything. Get you in ordinals and keep you guys going. So
yeah, 100%. Tomorrow Shizzy and I are gonna do kind of an impromptu live. We're gonna try to do some giveaways. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna do. We'll post it on Twitter. But make sure you catch our live episode tomorrow. Those are always fun. We joke, we just chill with you guys. We field questions and stuff like that. And so we'll go over the space.
Should we do a giveaway? Want to do a giveaway?
Yeah.
I'll do a giveaway. We'll do 2 giveaways.
Yeah, we'll do 2 giveaways tomorrow, and then kind of because we're not doing anything Friday.
Yeah. We'll do 4 giveaways. We'll each give away a Yagobi, give away a Shizzy, and then we'll give away two things that we haven't
something else
talked about.
Yeah.
Something exactly valuable than those guys. But yeah, guys. Anything else?
No, that's it, man.
That's it, guys. We appreciate you guys watching, listening. If you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on Fountain. You can earn Bitcoin by listening to us on Fountain, so check that out. It's not much, but over time, you watch us to the next couple of years, you can probably earn like 0.0001 or something. But we appreciate you guys, and thanks.
Yep, peace.